I'm assuming you've seen the film.
I have.
Complete. And I know you can't give any details or anything, but what were your thoughts? Were you surprised by any of it? And
I was surprised by a lot of it, which is
Really?
amazing. And for someone who had read the script and knew what happened, for me to still be surprised, I think, is a great feeling, because obviously other people who have not read the script will be even more surprised. But it was a very odd sense. It's a very odd thing watching myself for the first time properly and seeing all the work come together, work that kind of started for me 2 years ago. It's a very, very weird thing, and I still can't quite pinpoint what that feeling is.
Well, at what moment during filming did it really hit you like, wow, this is Star Wars?
Probably when Harrison was on the Millennium Falcon. That was, because the thing is, Star Wars didn't have a huge impact on my life, but it's that weird thing that suddenly, like, you have all this knowledge and you don't know where it comes from. You know you've seen the films, but it goes way beyond that.
Right.
Just things that you pick up, and posters and T-shirts and like references everywhere.
Right.
And the fact that was still important to me, my God, it was so important to everyone. Everyone was there. It was really amazing.
Do you get to use a lightsaber?
We'll have to wait and see.
We have to wait and see. Let's assume you use one in real life. What color
Okay.
would it be?
Let's say, I don't know, like a disco ball.
It'd be like a disco ball.
Yeah.
There you go, so you can dance with it at the same time.
Oh my God, it'd be great if it had a disco ball in the end. So while you're like,
And busted a move. Oh,
exactly,
look at that. I like
yeah,
that right there.
yeah.
Did you really train 5 hours a day and
I
eat
did.
nothing but fish?
Oh God, no, that's not true. It's that, because that's the one thing that was so annoying that it got taken out of context, because I had to put on muscle. And obviously I think people were like, oh, she had to lose weight because it's a big film. And it's like, no, I didn't. I had to put on muscle. So I was eating a lot.
Right.
And I love to eat, but it got to a point I was like, I feel sick.
My kind
But
of
someone's
girl.
telling you to eat,
Yes.
and you're just like, oh. But I did train 5 hours a day. But it was fun. And there was a lot of chat, as you can already tell. There's a lot of me going,
So that's why I took 5 hours.
yeah. They're like, we were meant to be out here 4 hours ago.
Now, you've said that you had a feeling about this
Yeah.
role from the beginning. So you were sort of subliminally using the Force,
Maybe we could say that.
right?
Maybe we could say that, yeah.
What did your family and friends say when you finally were able to tell them? The
My
secrecy
friends
had to
did a
be
lot
hard.
of weeping. And it was weird, because by that point I was like, you know, I was still dealing with it, but
Yeah.
the insane emotions had kind of muted a bit, or settled a bit. And I was like, oh my God, why are you all crying? Is it a really big deal? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's actually quite a big deal. And my dad was sleeping, and I told him, and he went, Jesus Christ. And then he went back to sleep.
And had a little dream.
Yeah, but then the next day he was like, Daisy, something weird happened yesterday. I think your mum told me that you got a role or something. I was like, no, I told you, and it's true. And he was like, oh, okay.
That worked out.
Yeah.
What about when you first met Harrison and Carrie? Did they offer any sort of insight, or what was their sort of demeanor on the set?
Talked about anonymity. We met before we were on set. So me and Harrison met, and then me and Carrie met at a dinner. We all went for dinner together, which was really nice. I never really asked them anything, and now I wish I did. Because I never wanted to be that person, because, you know, I imagine they get asked things all the time. And I didn't want to be that person, and now I'm like, oh my God, why wasn't I that person? I have no idea what to expect.
Maybe on the next one.
Yeah.
I'm sure on the next one. We see the original droids as well as BB-8 and all that. So, and how was it, just that aspect in this sort of world and working in that sort of...
It's funny because people seem to assume, that it's more difficult working with droids than it is with humans. But I started with BB-8. So when it came to like working with John, I was like, I don't know what to do with you. I don't know how to work with this. I'm confused. BB-8's amazing. We have the most incredible puppeteers, Team BB-8. 4 guys who have created him and control him. So he's like, he, she, whatever it is, we're not sure what gender, moving all the time. There's like noises all the time, the head's moving, and it's like you're working with something.
Yeah.
So the tendency is to be like, Mew, you're so cute, which isn't right, because he's little, but he's still an important droid. Yeah. But other than that, it was great working with him.
I bet. And as far as your character, from what I could tell, is it safe to say she's a bit of a scavenger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is her trade.
And a little bit of a badass. With the 5-hour training, minus the talking, you had to. There's some combat.
The 15 minutes of training. Yeah, she's not like a fighter. She's not a fighter, but she lives alone on a desert planet. So yes, she can look after herself.
She knows how to take care of
Yeah.
herself.